Chapter 2. The Body on the Railway Line. An hour later, I stood by a railway line near Aldgate Station with Sherlock Holmes and Lestrade. Underground trains came out of their tunnels near Aldgate, and the railway lines there were open to the sky. An old station worker with a red face spoke to us.
"My name's Mason,"
he said, slowly and carefully.
"and I found the young man's body here. He fell out of a train at about midnight on Monday, we think."
"Was there a fight on a train on Monday?"
asked Holmes.
"No,
Answered Mason.
we don't know of any fights, and we never found the young man's train ticket. There were only theatre tickets in his pocket."
"Did you find any of the trains with an open door?"
Holmes asked.
"No."
Said Mason.
"We learned something interesting this morning,"
Said Lestrade.
"Someone in a train from West London heard a noise just before the train came into Aldgate Station. Perhaps it was the noise of Cadogan's dead body when it fell."
"Perhaps.
Said Holmes.
But what are those things over there, Mr. Mason?"
"Those are points, Mr. Holmes.
Answered Mason.
Many different railway lines meet here, you see."
Suddenly, Holmes was very excited.
"Ah, and when trains go over points, they change direction. Very interesting. Now, was there any blood on the railway line under the body when you found it? I don't see any now."
"No, Mr. Holmes, there wasn't."
Said Mason.
"But Cadogan was badly injured, we know. So why was there no blood? What do you think, Watson?"
I am a doctor, but I had no answer for my friend.
"Now I'm very interested, Watson. Come, we must go to Woolwich. Goodbye, Lestrade. And thank you for your help, Mr. Mason,"
Said Holmes. He walked away, and I went after him. Lestrade began to say something, but then stopped. He wasn't happy. We took a train to London Bridge Station. Holmes stopped there and wrote a telegram to his brother.
"Mycroft, I'm beginning to understand more. Please send me the names and addresses of all foreign agents now in Britain. Sherlock." "I need those names, Watson,"
Said Holmes.
"With them we can understand more."
I looked at my friend's face. He was now very excited. "So, why did Cadogan die?" I asked him.
"Why? I don't know.
Answered Holmes.
But I know something about how he died. He didn't die near Aldgate Station, I know that. He fell from the roof of the train when it moved over those points and changed direction. There was no blood from his body on the railway line because he didn't die there. We must learn what happened in London on Monday night.
So, what do we do next, Holmes? I asked my friend.
First, we need 2 tickets to Woolwich,
He said.
Cadogan had no ticket for his journey because he was dead when he began it. But you and I need tickets.
I brought our tickets back from the ticket office.
There's a train to Woolwich in 10 minutes,
said Holmes. We found our train and got on it. My friend closed his eyes and thought. I looked out of the window at the station. I thought about Cadogan. He came to London from Woolwich on Monday night and never went home again. Then I thought about his wife, Violet. She wanted to go to the theatre with her husband that evening and never saw him again. Suddenly, I felt very angry. We must find Cadogan's killer, Holmes, I cried. We must do it for his wife. Holmes looked at me with his cold blue eyes, but said nothing. Then he closed his eyes again. After some minutes, our train left London Bridge Station. How much did my friend truly understand about Cadogan's death? At Woolwich Station, we got off and waited for a cab. Where are we going now, Holmes? I asked.
We need to visit many people,
he answered.
But first, we must go to the house of Sir James Walter. He's responsible for the submarine plans, or was responsible for them before all this happened. He's a good and important man, my brother tells us, so we must begin with him.
Holmes looked at his watch.
We can't wait any longer,
he said.
I need to talk to Sir James now. Come, Watson.
We walked from the station to Sir James's house.